everyone, I'm Barbara.
And I'm Laura.
And we are the Next Path. Today we have here with us amazing guests, Nia and Kevin. Welcome.
Hi. How are you guys feeling?
Pretty good. Very excited to be here.
Yeah? Perfect, because today our topics will be a little bit about comparing Gen Z and millennials. Because as you guys maybe know, after our previous videos, we are all students, so our guests as well are students. And in universities, it's very popular that you are not surrounded only by your grade per se, with the same age as you, but you mix a lot. So is it also new for you guys that you came to the university and you suddenly had people completely different age?
Yes.
Not for me.
No.
Not for me.
You can put it closer. Maybe it will be more, better for you. Exactly. You can feel comfortable. Yeah.
So not for you.
Not for me. I worked in Horeca a lot in my younger days, so I'm very much used to having all my friends being closer to 30 to 50 than my own age.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So how come that you are a Gen Zer because you're born in a Gen Zer age, but you feel a millennial?
Because I feel like I was born at the wrong time.
Okay.
Like, in my heart, I'm 90 years old.
Wow.
Then you are like a
baby.
Younger
No,
baby
silent
boomer.
generation even.
generation.
Yeah. So the university, as you mentioned, wasn't your first experience. So,
No.
okay. And you started working here in the Netherlands, or?
Yeah, I started working when I was 15, so I would say that was about 8 years ago.
Okay.
And I worked at the beach mostly, and you can imagine it's a big age range. And I always actually got along better with the older people my whole life, actually, even when I was a child. So that's where it stems from as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for you, Kevin, how did it look like?
For me, I spent my whole childhood with people around my age. So someone that was 2 to 3 years older was like, wow, they're older. And then you come to university and you see people born in 95 and 96 and you're like, okay, this is something I have to get
He's
used to.
always calling me old.
No,
I'm not
she's
that
not
old.
old. The thing is, I don't believe millennials are old. Some of you are still in your 20s. So you're very, very young.
Yeah, definitely. It's not that big of a difference, especially from the people from like the edge of it.
Yeah.
So like late 90s, right? So
Yeah,
it's just
so it's
technically
not
a
that
few
much.
years more than we are.
That's why now we have like the Zillennials.
Millennials.
Yeah,
I
because
like that word.
technically you're a millennial.
Yeah, I definitely feel like this is a big mix. And also, as you Kevin mentioned, that you didn't encounter that many older friends, let's say, when you were younger. I had the same experience in Poland. Like, I was afraid of older people, like
Me
in a
too.
sense of, because in Poland, hierarchy is very important thing, and you can definitely see it. So there's like way bigger boundary if it comes to you and a teacher.
Yeah.
Or even if it comes to friends, like I remember in primary school, like older classes were older classes. Like you could
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You
that's
look up
true.
to
Like
them.
the big ones.
And later on, when I was the older class and I was finally the oldest in the school, and I was so happy they will respect me.
No, they don't. They don't. If anything, they disrespect you.
Yes, it changes so much.
Yes.
Yeah. But for me now, being here, since I'm in Holland, is the opposite. It's the first time that I have more contact with younger people. Because I was like more in music, and we have these, what we call bandas philharmónicas, like it's a band. It's like a march band. And you have everyone from all the generations, but especially older people. And also when I was studying in Rotterdam, most of them, they were older than me. So now for me, it's the opposite. It's the first time that I have like younger people. And it's nice. It's good so far. I learned a lot.
Yeah, I feel like it's very good to see both ways.
Yeah.
Because I feel like from the younger ones, we can learn, at least keep up with the slang a little bit. Feel the vibes, you know.
Understand them.
Exactly.
Their context.
And,
We have this like since I'm working now with Kevin, and since we started our project, I learned so many new words.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny because what I feel now that sometimes like when he's speaking, I cannot like understand anything. And I feel that older generations, like my aunties, for example, or my parents, they used to have the same thing with me, that I was speaking and they were like, oh, these new ways of speaking, what are you saying? And now I have the same thing, but I'm not even old, but I feel like what is that? I don't understand what you're saying.
The amount of times they have the urge to just Google some words, but then I'm like, nah, whatever. I don't need to know the
Just
meaning.
ask.
Yes. No, definitely. And I remember when, let's say, my parents wanted to learn some cool words that I was saying, it sounded like so weird, you know, that they are older and they say back then, like popular, let's say, was like XD or stuff like that, you know.
Or YOLO.
Oh, yeah.
YOLO.
Exactly. So when they were saying that, like, YOLO, I was like, oh my God, mom, please don't.
No,
right?
don't. You're
like-
too late on that.
And
what you
now, yeah, and now I'm slowly, you know, technically I'm only 20, but like let's say when
yeah.
my cousin, he's 13, and he says something, usually from like this game, oh my God, not Minecraft, but this other popular
Fortnite?
game, Fortnite. Yeah, he's saying something or like the dance or whatever. I'm like,
What?
why? Just stop for a second. I don't understand what you're
But
saying.
don't you feel that when you were a teenager and you did like these stupid things that all teenagers do, at that time was normal? And today that you are older and you see teenagers doing the same, you feel like,
What is wrong?
you're so young. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
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 But we also did.
But
Yeah.
maybe not everything. Like I really feel right now the teenagers are changing. Like they are different than we were.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can exactly share from your backgrounds and your experiences, but at least exactly like I feel like my group rate, like the age, let's say from when I was 12, let's say, right? And I had older friends from school. Like we respected them, as I mentioned before. And then there were like people when I was 16, they were 12. There was completely,
Same
it's
thing.
only 4 years difference, but they are completely different. And now I came back to Poland for a weekend and I saw multiple teenagers in the city mall, some other stuff, you know, during shopping. And all of those girls, like 14, they were like swearing like every second word.
Yeah.
They had like very, I'm not saying like short top, I also have short top, but you know what I mean? They
Yeah.
all, the whole appearance was like my mom would never let me go out of the house.
Like that they look
Yeah.
older
older,
than,
but
than
Yeah.
what they
Yeah.
actually are.
yeah, but you see, it's a kid, but trying to look like 30.
Yeah. Which is funny because we're the same age, right? And I can also recognize that when I look at my generation, like especially in the Netherlands. We used to be called out for looking too old or trying to be more mature, but now that we are in the 20s, or we're both 20, we kind of see like, wait, you're 13 and you're dressed like that. Like what? Wait, what? It's going too quick.
But do you think it's kind of similar? So let's say they look and behave
Yeah.
as you did.
Yes, it is very similar. It's just now that you're more mature, you look at it from a more protecting perspective. Like you want to protect young kids actually. So you look at it, you think, oh no, this is not okay.
Oh, so I look like this? I really hope like
Yeah,
it was better.
Yeah.
But I feel like they
Yeah.
become a little bit more maybe aggressive in a way that
True.
they also are less afraid to tell things to people in a
They have no
sense.
filter, no shame.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Guilty.
Yes.
Guilty.
Very much so.
More entitled.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
might be a little bit of a rude word, but it is really like they are entitled to the world after all, but everybody else is as well, you know, in that kind of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel that differs a little bit. That when we were younger, it was a bit different. And at the end of the day, I feel everything comes to people you are surrounded with and also how your parents
Yeah.
raise you, of course. And I feel like maybe we have parents assuming kind of similar age and their way of raising us was different than people now younger than us, you know, because also their parents are younger. And
Yeah.
also our way of raising our kids in the future will be completely different, I guess, than what our parents did to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least I want to do it completely differently.
Yeah.
So
I feel like it is the same, but also a bit different. Like when I was growing up, now it all feels a bit forced in that sense. But when I was a teenager, it all felt like, it's just life. You're just doing whatever you want. You end up doing whatever you want. It was just easier, honestly. And I
just
think
go
that
with the
also
flow.
depends on where you grow up.
Yeah.
I know, like, I'm from Eastern Europe. You're also from Eastern. Like, people in Eastern Europe grow up a lot younger than they have to. Like, I honestly grew up between the ages of 14 and 17. And now, like, that's when I lived the student life that
Yeah.
people live
Ah,
here
yeah.
now,
Same.
actually.
Okay.
yeah.
And I'm over that life at this point.
But would you say that is like a Dutch thing, or you were like surrounded also by
I was
international?
surrounded by international people,
Okay,
not
yeah.
just Dutch.
Yeah.
Because I was in the international school in The Hague here.
Yeah.
But even before that, it's just, I think where you come from really, like, forms how you're gonna grow up. Because when I talk to Kevin about these things, he's like, damn. And at the same time, I know that he's had a completely different upbringing.
Yeah.
So how did it look for you? If it comes, let's say, partying, like the approach for the student life, right?
For us, generally Dutch people, like they're underage and they go to parties and they drink and everything. But for me, I grew up in a religious household and everything. So it's not like partying is demonized or something, but it's more like you think twice. You think, oh, I actually have to do this and this and this. I have this image. Like, should I go to that party? Should I do this? Okay. But now that I'm older, all of those boundaries are kind of gone. You can do whatever you want. Mm-hmm. So it kind of gets easier as you age.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that for me, I think my parents gave me like a lot of freedom, but I think I started to go to parties also late. So let's say as a teenager, 14, 15, I would go like to bars with my friends, but I wouldn't go like to clubs. Okay. I started to go when I was maybe 19.
Oh. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Honestly.
That's late. That's late.
That is quite late.
18, 19, I think.
But this is also something that I was always kind of like jealous of my other friends in a sense, because let's say in high school, I had completely different environment of people than in my previous education, like primary school and middle school. And let's say those two first, especially like middle school was mix of very different rebellious people, and I'm not saying they had like very bad influence for me, but definitely I tried way more things in way earlier than maybe I would have done if I was in different surrounding, of course, because if it comes to my parents, like they had a nice approach with, you know, if you want to drink, you can drink with us. Like, you know, you can bring friends home, so we can, you know, you can get wasted here. At least we know what you're doing. But it was very nice that we were like more like friends, but in a sense that they wanted me to feel safe. But at the same time, like I also informed them about going to parties, and since they knew my surrounding and other people also were going, so it was like more chill and relaxed, let's say. Yeah. But other friends from the high school, like when I came there, I was 15 and I was already going to clubs. Like I was waiting for Friday to just party my ass off. And they were like, yeah, I got, you know, tipsy from Summersby. And I came Monday, like shit-faced, you know. I was like, oh my Lord, I felt not very bad, very, very bad. There was some exam. I was like, what? We have exam today? Like, you know, like Mondays for me were like Sundays. And they were like, yeah, I got tipsy from one glass of wine. And I was like, oh my God, those are not my people. But at the same time, when I started like kind of slowing in a sense, and I stopped partying that much, and they increased the partying a little bit, we finally matched like at the end of high school. And we matched the energies. But I kind of am jealous of them having this experience a little bit later in a sense, because I feel like I was maybe lucky enough that it didn't influence my health like a lot, maybe, but I feel like it could have. Like smoking very early, drinking very early. Yeah. Like it has influence on your mind, on forgetting things.
Yeah.
And your whole personality later on. Because those are the ages you develop.
Yes.
True.
And if you didn't do that, you would have been completely different. Yeah. But then that means you wouldn't be you right now. Yeah. That's how I like it.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Do you still like to go to parties?
Like I am a little bit tired in a sense that on one hand, I really would like to go because, like I need people in my life. And also, I'm young and I'm like, why not? But at the same time, even if I have the option, I'm just so tired sometimes. Also because of my private life, working, blah, blah, blah. But also in a sense, like I already experienced it. But I feel like this is disadvantage of usually Eastern European people as well, that they have partied their very young age. And they come here for the studying, university, student life, and they don't feel a need for it anymore. And this is usually how people meet each other at the beginning and form groups. Yeah. And this is what I'm missing. I'm missing my group of people, let's say, right? Because I was missing those moments as well.
Yeah, it's like you started the race a bit too early than everybody else.
So you feel like a bit tired of going...
Yeah, early on.
I feel like a house cat and I'm 23. So for sure, I feel that completely.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say I regret it. I do, like, sometimes I think about the fact, like, oh, damn, people are out there partying right now and I'm about to go to bed at 9:30, 10. But I wouldn't say I regret it because I really lived life between the ages of 14 and 17. Like, damn. Some of the stuff I did really should have either killed me, put me in jail, but I'm still here, very lucky for that.
But it's also like, you never know when it's like your perfect time to party, and maybe if you partied right now and before you wouldn't, and you would have missed all of that you experienced, and you would have now. But it's not a guarantee you would have fun. It's not a guarantee you would meet amazing people.
No.
So, it happened already, so we just have to be grateful for the fact that nothing bad happened to us. Because I assume we had lots of crazy stories. And that we are still alive, not kidnapped. And
Yeah, facts.
True.
And, that we still try to enjoy. And you
Yeah.
guys, let's say, if you didn't have it before, then, you have to just enjoy.
But as I see is because, I started to party at 18, 19. And let's say I was in university at the time and I went to party every day. And then in the morning I was in class. Things that nowadays would be impossible for me. So it's not that I don't like to party anymore. I just don't go like to every party, or I like, for example, to go to a festival, or I don't go like every week. I go, I don't know, once in
A year.
a year. No, I don't know.
No,
Maybe
To a festival?
to festivals. I love festivals.
Yeah, same, but like I never end up more than once in few years. I don't know how it happens, but yeah. But exactly, everyone has their own ways as well of finding people and friends. And I feel like the big problem for maybe not only me, but lots of maybe you guys and us here as well, is that, I associate pretty often like meeting people with party and drinking and this surrounding. And then I don't think I have a problem with alcohol, but on the other hand,
It's clear.
First step, acceptance.
I don't think. But on the other hand, it's like, going out and not drinking anything for me seems so off, weird. Like, if I were supposed to stop drinking like completely right now, I cannot fully imagine it. You know what I mean?
But you mean like going to a bar, like going to a party, or if you go
A party or a bar, or sometimes even I just go to a restaurant with my boyfriend or something, and then I see this nice new cocktail, and I cannot imagine not taking this nice new cocktail to try, because I also like trying new tastes, flavors. Since I also work at the bar, maybe that's also the thing. But at the same time, you don't have to take it. You don't have to drink it.
I have the same thing, and I think that's based on, but for me it's the opposite with smoking, not drinking. Because I can actually go out, party, and not have one drink, but I cannot not smoke. And I think that's just, you form habits. Like your formative years are when you form your habits, and you form the habit of always having a drink when you're having fun / socializing, and just make, like, it's like something you have to do. It's like, every morning you wake up and brush your teeth. It's not like,
it's already
memory,
like
muscle
It's
memory.
it's a routine. Yeah.
Even the movement and the fact that you have had something in your hand, and if you feel uncomfortable, you just kind of
You
with
just
this.
have
Oh yeah, that's
It's like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like with cigarettes outside as well. Like, this is where usually people meet. Like, they go outside to smoke, and they usually meet there.
Hey, networking. The only way to do it is by smoking.
But
Like, smoke, no.
And Nia actually told me. She actually told me today.
But it's actually a good thing. Like, let's go outside for a smoke, and then you start to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you always have that, I don't know. The only, I always make friends by doing that.
Yeah, and
Our
that's a
connections.
problem.
Okay.
Like, this is good in a sense that at least when you do it already, you can meet people.
Yeah.
But it's worse when you think you can meet people when you do it.
Yeah.
Like, this is how, as well, it was with me, let's say. When I started working in Horeca, and I had kind of problems with, like, opening up at the beginning because people were older, and that was new for me. When they were going for smoke, and then I wasn't smoking, but then I started because I wanted to go out with them and talk with them one by one. You know what I mean? It's different than you go to the whole group that is formed. As a cigarette, you can just grab this one person and
It's like
be
a social thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Become friends, in just 5 seconds,
It's like safety in that sense as well.
Yeah.
And this is very dangerous. This is very
And
dangerous.
smoking is bad for you.
Smoking. Yeah. We do not advertise for smoking. We can
do.
continue. Oh.
So we have a funny game for you.
Okay.
Moving from the more
Interest.
serious topic
Yes.
to that.
Let's keep it
Yes.
lighthearted.
Like for millennial, Gen Z, we are Zillennials.
Zillennials.
Ooh.
We gotta trademark that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zillennials.
I think somebody else.
I think there's
trademarked
already
it.
that.
Let's go to our
Yeah.
teacher.
And there is also between Gen X and millennials,
With its zillennial.
Xillennials.
Yeah, with a X.
Because in the end it's 15 years. So like in 15
A lot
years,
changed.
each generation. Like I'm from 96, right? So the
Yeah.
edge of the millennials. I'm for sure different from someone that is from 81. you know, like that is already
Like my
40
mom.
for the.
Yeah, she's 80.
So-
Like from 80.
She's 8 years
Whoa.
old.
Nah.
Because you're from 96?
I'm from 96.
Yeah. I'm from 03. 2000.
03.
03.
Oh, God.
Such a kid. Oh, 02.
Oh.
00. I would never forget how old I am. I just have to ask what year it
Honestly.
is.
Yes.
Honestly.
True. True.
Respect that.
Okay, so you need to guess who said it, basically.
Ooh.
Is how we call it.
Okay.
Who said this?
Yeah. Is it
Okay.
a millennial or is it a Gen Z?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay, so the first one. This is dope.
Millennial.
Millennial.
Yeah.
Correct.
I miss that.
Dope, yeah.
Where
That's
did
such a
dope go?
2013 thing to say.
But do you any of you use this?
No.
Sometimes.
I use it.
Actually, now I replace it with lit.
With what?
Lit. L-I-T.
Yeah.
What is
no-
lit?
And, instead of saying that party was dope, you said that party was lit.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now I use both. I mix it, but still I have
Ah.
this dope in my head a little
Lit.
bit. Yeah. Yeah.
This
I miss
is
dope.
lit.
Literally.
Dope.
Dope is dope.
It's dope, man.
Now some litting. Oh my god, I don't.
Haters.
Okay. The second one is he's salty.
Well, I gotta say
Mm,
Gen Z.
really?
Yes.
Hmm.
Actually, with this one, it's kind of
A mix.
tricky. Maybe you guys know, because on some websites it was showing me that is Gen Z,
Yeah.
but one or two show me millennial. So I feel like maybe it's led
Yeah.
the
It's
age
a
as
cross,
well. Like
it's a
the,
Yeah,
cross
yeah.
link.
I also saw some like
yeah, but I never used he's salty. Like
Me
someone
neither.
is moody. This is how what it means. And never I was called like that, or like I never called people
Yeah.
like this.
I'm
Because-
called salty.
Oh. I
Yeah?
just-
Yeah.
Yeah.
like you're salty,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
when you're grumpy or like not
Yeah,
happy
moody,
with.
exactly.
Yeah.
like you're being salty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, sir.
Okay,
Okay.
I love that expression though.
so,
Yeah, right.
okay, the next one. I'm not gonna lie, but
Gen Z.
Gen Z.
Yeah.
That's what I say all the time. I'm not gonna lie, but
Oh my lord. This is what I already told before to Barbara when we were thinking about all of those expressions. Now I use it as well, but I hate it. I hate it. I don't know why. It's like
yeah, just the way to start
yeah,
the
because
sentence.
my
yeah.
boyfriend is saying that all the time, and he's millennial, but he's saying that all the time, and I'm like, yeah,
He's
no,
millennial.
better don't lie, you know, like. It just, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. And now I also started using it, but like, of course.
But is that like the Gen Z version of no offense, but? Like,
Sure.
'cause
But
you
not
say-
really, because he's using that even like with not offensive, possibly offensive things, but it's more like
It's more to
yeah,
say
I'm
the
not
truth.
gonna lie, I like it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't like
it's to be
that.
honest.
yeah, yeah. Then don't lie, but you know.
this like the no,
No.
offense, but yeah, because it's so like Gen Zers. Of course, we are generalizing, but usually you just say the thing. Like while millennials say, I think
The ease.
this and
into
this
it.
and this.
Yeah.
Gen Zers just say this is that and
Like,
period.
literally,
Yeah.
I feel like you can
Period.
speak. Like really, it's just it goes in your head and then you speak it
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
There's no
you don't have-
forethought behind like how is this gonna sound? Can it come off badly? But then that's also how I think like millennials really have a lot of anxiety.
Yes.
And a
while
lot of
Gen
social
Zs
anxiety.
do
Yeah.
not.
No,
So then I cannot qualify as Gen Z because I have ton of
Oh.
anxiety.
Maybe we're also
I can
millennials.
because I told Barbara.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I told Barbara, I was like, Gen Zers for us, if something really embarrassing happens, it happened. You're not gonna change the time, and everybody forgets within a couple of minutes. Meanwhile, millennials think, "Oh, my life is ruined.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna
No,
go
like,
outside again."
really.
But that's crazy because like this is very good approach because like if something happened, it happened. Like what can you do?
Yeah.
But at the same time, yeah, I still take so much opinions of others, but I feel like
Yeah.
it's also kind of connected with uprising
Yeah.
and your family.
Yeah.
And when
It's
everyone
cultural as
around
well.
kind of like maybe not judges you, but if it comes more, maybe more for my grandparents, they were like more, since they're from the village, they're very like, you know, their reputation,
Yeah,
everything.
status.
It's
Yeah.
This
everything.
is what
Yeah.
sticks. So this is like the old approach
Yeah.
that is slowly changing thanks to Gen Z. So this is definitely something that we can
Yeah.
thank ourselves and them, and especially younger ones, for
Because-
being like more open.
The
Yeah.
social warriors. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think like it depends on the cultures. Or like millennials, they were raised by the generation that said, a good life, you need to marry and have kids at your 30s, and you need to have a really good job. And then like
Work
all
your
of
whole
this pressure, they put like a lot of pressure to succeed, a lot of pressure. So I think we are like,
Yes.
You're
My
always
life.
suffocating. You're always in that little box where you have to move into.
yeah. And Gen Z is just, I do it, and if it
I will
doesn't
do
work, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something really good that millennials and Gen Z do is kind of like break the boundaries or break the rules that are set by the people before us.
Yes.
We don't want to live in that mold anymore, and I think it really helps us out.
That's why I
you guys
think
are the ones that are breaking it. Like, I think we made like
I think you guys pushed it actually.
millennials wanted to, but then Gen Z is all like, I'm just gonna do it.
I'm just gonna
There's
break
no
it.
time left on this
Yeah.
earth for like fucking around and
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
But I feel like our kids will be like the best in that, in a sense that we still have this mixed approach, especially by the culture or your families.
Yeah.
But since we will be, trying to raise our kids this way and have all of the aunties and uncles who are like, yeah, I tried this when I was your age. I didn't give a about this, about that. They might be even more like just going for it.
fearless.
Yeah, more comfortable even. Yeah.
So they will be Gen Alpha.
I think
or maybe
our kids will probably be the generation right after that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They don't have a name for that one yet.
Alpha would match because I really feel they will be alphas.
They will be alphas.
Yeah.
They will.
They're iPad kids.
like
they're
more
sta-
entitled, even.
Maybe. I mean, the thing is, if their standard of life, keeps on getting higher, they're gonna be more entitled because they expect more from life than what you're giving.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But it's also a difference being like entitled but respectful.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You can be respectful.
I feel like some of them, like the younger kids, let's say, right now, they just don't respect people like at all.
Yeah.
I feel like they're not taught respect actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also feel like this was either kind of forgotten or all of the people around them, it goes one by one, like just this weird effect.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we were discussing, for example, with teachers. I feel that this new generation, again generalizing, are so like they speak to teachers, and I think this also has to do with culture. They speak to teachers such in a like
casual,
but also like they can say things to teachers that I could never say, but because then in Portugal you always look to them as someone more like
I hear what you mean.
higher than you.
Here again. Yeah.
I think I know what you mean. It's like kind of asking like. Off the top of my head, I can think of people that are like, "Why didn't I pass? What was wrong with this?"
Yes.
Stuff like that,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, "Bro, I could not." Like,
Yeah.
how?
I will say
Yeah.
like, sorry, I think my grade maybe could be
Like,
checked.
could we talk
if
about
you don't
this?
mind,
Yeah.
if you don't mind.
I feel like we're
Yeah.
like, at least like we just try to be so polite, like so polite that you
Yeah.
have to please everyone except
Yeah, people
yourself.
pleaser.
at this
Yes.
point.
But actually, this is bad for us.
yeah,
That's why something in the middle. That's why what I'm saying, being entitled, like no, being the person who knows what they
Speaks
deserve,
up, yeah.
and
Yeah.
if you think you were working enough, and you still think that the grade wasn't correct, then
Yeah.
you should fight for it.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't be disrespectful. You always can use the smart language. You can always be.
Yeah. You don't need to be arrogant. You can
Yes.
just say, sorry, I
Yeah.
think like I don't feel that comfortable. Yeah, you can always
Exactly.
be respectful and still say what you think.
But definitely, I think like millennials were too much of a
People
people
pleasing.
pleaser.
Yes.
And then that is definitely making issues because then you don't think about yourself at all. It's like, okay, everyone else, and then they kick you in the ass, and then you're by yourself, and you're sad, and you're like, what's wrong with me? Nothing.
No.
What's wrong with them? Yes.
Exactly.
That's true.
Another word.
World.
Another
world.
A whole
Another
new
word.
world.
English is difficult.
Yes.
I hate it.
It's my turn. I can't even.
millennials. It's my favorite phrase ever.
It's so funny because it sounds sarcastic, but it's serious. Like
Yeah.
I can't even. But
I can't even.
can't even what? Explain.
Sharon.
Yeah, tell me right now.
Yeah, I can't even.
But the thing is, I never used these, for example. But I also, because I think,
I do.
I do too.
I don't think I use, but like a lot of expressions, when I see them, like, I don't. But because my English life started when I moved here.
Yeah.
So I think then I have a lot of like millennials expressions, but in Portuguese.
Yes, the same in Polish for sure. Another one we have, sorry, not sorry.
That's millennial. I
So-
used to use that so much.
And guess what? When I was younger, I used to use it too, and I really thought I was like the baddest. Like I really thought like, yes,
bitch.
I said that. Sorry, not sorry. What are you gonna do about it?
I love it.
Another one. Low key.
Gen Z.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
because
Damn.
low key is also kind of like
Yeah, explain me because I don't understand.
I don't know. We just had that word.
Like kind of like Yeah.
No offense, but or low key. Like you're trying to say the truth, so you're easing yourself
Like you can be
into
like,
the conversation.
to someone low key or being rude.
Yeah,
But
like
how can you like use
Like,
it in a
for real.
sentence?
For real, you're being rude, kind of.
like
but
you're kind of
low-key
being,
being-
yeah.
Not gonna lie, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's like not gonna lie, but that's what low-key kind of means. It means softly explained. You're trying to ease
Yeah.
yourself into the conversation.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of it. Hmm.
Okay.
Holy crap.
that's millennial.
Millennials. And this is one of the reasons why Gen Z thinks you're cringy. Who says holy crap?
But why? Yeah, I asked so like, why do you say that?
I mean, to be honest, it sounds cute, but it's like, yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like a lot of Gen Zers think that millennials are kind of babying themselves.
like what?
Maybe.
Like babying themselves, like making them more childlike than they are, which is fine.
We're still young.
That's funny.
Because I hear all the time like millennials are so cringe.
Yeah, I think it's because millennials are generally very much more brighter and more upbeat looking
Yeah.
than maybe a Gen Zer who's like careless and just puts his phone anywhere.
Yeah.
So I think that's where we think like, oh, okay, you can tone
Like-
it down.
Like how would you pose? Let's say look at one of the cameras. How would you pose for a picture?
Like, as
Oh,
you
so you
now.
see, oh, we're similar.
Because there's like how would you like?
Like this.
Oh, so you'll do the
Or
same.
no, let's do the heart analogy.
Okay.
If you're Gen Z, how would you do your heart? I would do it like this.
How can you...
I would do
I
this.
don't- I cannot do it
I
like-
do the finger one like this.
Guys,
don't even
which
know.
one
Yeah.
do you do? Because I
Which one?
cannot... I've
This
never
one is
been able
e-
to learn that.
Look, to be honest, Gen Zers grew up with this too, but to make it our own, we decided to do this. So
It's
that's
so
our way of doing
complicated,
it.
and I feel like, no.
And I
Oh.
recently saw it's an emoji.
Yeah. Oh no.
this
This
one?
one is the emoji. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
recently updated my phone, so I found the new emojis.
And also
I was
something.
doing also this.
Oh, this
my
one.
God,
And now there
yes.
is a new one actually because I saw it on Be Real. It is,
Oh, that's the Korean one. Yeah.
I cannot do this.
In Korea, they do that. This is their little version of a heart.
and but still
Baby
about the
heart.
picture. What I see also is that millennials we do like this.
The duck
duck
face.
But I still do it.
Gen
Okay.
Zers do this now.
Yeah, we do like
Oh.
the whole forehead thing, like
Like, look at my
this.
forehead.
And then you
Yeah.
see like this in the picture.
And I feel like
I do both.
I feel like we do this because we're trying to get rid of the idea of insecurities. Like someone with a big forehead gets
Yeah.
made fun of very often. So if you show that big forehead, who's gonna make fun of it
Yeah.
if you're proud of it?
Yeah. Also with that tongue, I would like...
Yeah, I do that all the
Oh,
time
I
too.
love the tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Just yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny.
Exactly. But if it comes to, because you guys mentioned about like millennials being a bit cringy, I agree, especially after when I found that this has been used before by millennials, and they say, or maybe not now, but bubble dance. What can it be?
Bubble down, like twerking?
Bubble.
Oh, I wish.
Ooh,
I
what does
wish
it
they
mean?
called
What does it mean?
Washing dishes.
I also
going
never
bubble
heard
dancing.
Oh, I get it. Bubble dance.
Oh wait, yeah. In fact, when I translate to Portuguese,
Oh my god.
we used to say like you know that parties that you go that
Foam
there was a
parties.
foam.
Yeah, phone parties.
We used to call like that, like doing the dishes. You are in that party.
I understand you're trying to, make washing dishes fun,
but no, like
sorry, baby, I'm going bubble dancing.
I'm gonna go bubble dance. Hey.
Okay, another one.
Okay.
This album is bop.
Bomb?
It's a bop. It's a bop. Oh, then it's Gen
Is
Z.
it a bop or a bomb?
Bop. If it's B-O-P, then
Yes.
it's Gen. Yeah,
I've never
But
that's
I think it needs
yeah.
to translate it.
Bop. It just means some good song. So if you say, oh, that new, I don't know, Drake song is a bop. You say that new song is good. Yeah, because they also make a rhyme out of it, like a bop or a flop.
A
A
flop?
flop or a flop.
Yeah, so flop
A
means
flop I
bad
know.
song. Bop means good song. Yeah.
I don't know anything.
But that's just crazy that I've never heard about it. And like, we are just 1 year different.
Yeah.
And
It also depends on where you grow up
Yeah,
because I
true.
grew up in the urban areas of The Hague
Yeah.
in the Netherlands. And so
Yeah.
for me, I'm surrounded by African American slang
Yeah.
compared to somebody from completely somewhere else.
Yeah.
Bop.
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 It's a bop.
It sounds like you're
This
popping
is a
your
bop.
head.
Yeah.
yeah. And I think last one, maybe, let me pick. I need my coffee to function.
Millennials. And me too, actually. My iced coffee, actually.
I honestly feel like the whole coffee craze has not left Gen Z because everybody's still obsessed.
Yes.
I feel like
But
that's the one thing you gave to us.
But honestly, no, we stole this from boomers. It's been
Probably,
like,
yeah, yeah.
every generation.
Yeah.
has it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The coffee craze.
But more
caffeine
if it
addiction.
comes to like this kind of description, I feel like it sounds like millennials. We maybe not call it differently, but
like I
we
need
just need coffee.
I need coffee.
I mean, like I cannot function with.
Yeah.
I cannot function without coffee. Yeah.
I even found it. Like I actually found a sweater I want to buy where it says like I'm too tired to function.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
that
yes,
is
I
so. That's
need this.
peak millennial energy.
Yes, it definitely is.
And when it comes to emojis, do you still use like
Oh.
XD?
No.
Ouch.
I never used XD. Actually.
Yeah.
I used the dot and then the D.
No.
Like
Yeah, but like
Dot
just
and-
like smiley face kind of.
And how do you perceive? Then we have to put like something here.
It will be in addition.
Yeah.
Like
How do you perceive, for example, this one?
Passive aggressive. Because that one is just staring at me with a scary smile.
passive. Like I perceive this one as like I'm gonna kill myself at this point.
Yeah,
Yes.
just like
This smiley
it's fed up.
face.
It's fed up.
yes, definitely. I also use it like when I'm, let's say, so tired and I'm like
I can do this.
I'm still waiting for my bus, you know, and I'm
Yeah.
this
Is that
smiley face.
smiling
like,
through
I
the
want to kill
pain.
myself. I want to kill everyone around me.
I used it all the time.
As
Like as a
smiley?
normal one. Yes.
No.
It's the most basic smile.
Like my mother.
Oh.
The most basic smile is the dot and the.
Yes, which is funny because
Yes.
like the actual emoji of it,
Yeah.
Gen Z also took it and now sees it as like, I don't know how to say this, an emoji that's threatened or just crazy, going crazy. Because the eyes are so small and so like round that they're almost like puncturing you when you look at it. That is like so in your face.
But wait,
And you're
which
like-
one? Which one? This
It's
one.
the first emoji when you open your WhatsApp or anything. It's the first emoji you see with the two tiny dots and the big smile.
The
It looks so
normal
smile. I like the-
intimidating. Yes, and as I think later Gen Z, like for instance, people like me, like we look at it, we're like, oh, that thing is fed up. That thing is tired.
When you laugh, when like if you are texting, when you laugh, what do you use?
Ha ha ha. I'm just right. Ha ha ha.
I do
You
that.
don't
and-
use emojis?
No, if it comes to, then I would do like when I really laugh and something was crazy funny. I use what I think is more millennial, so just the emoticon with
The
crying.
crying
Oh.
tears, yes.
Yeah.
Or lol. Like,
Lol.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
Lol,
the
I
thing is,
still use.
lol, I started saying it ironically like
And now-
4 years
Me too.
ago, and I
Same.
have not been able to stop.
That's why for me, lol is passive aggressive. If you say
Oh, yeah,
something,
yeah.
I say lol.
Yeah. If you say like, thanks for coming.
That is
Thanks for
passive
coming late,
aggressive.
lol.
I would
Like-
say lol just make the text message sound nicer, like lol. Don't
You see
think
how
I'm
the
a
things
bitch.
like
Oh. For me, if I want to laugh, I will put in all caps, ha, 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 just like a bunch of that, and with crying emojis, like actual tears
Yeah,
running
so
down.
we also have it exactly like this. This is so funny how it changes within like few years. And let's say if you text your parents right now and you would put, you know, like a funny text with like crying emoji, like normal crying,
gonna be
because
like,
it
"Why
makes
are you-"
sense for
they're
you.
like, "Why
and
are
you
you
do
crying?"
Yeah, but like now it makes sense because it's like, I don't know, it just
Yeah.
makes sense in
I
our
think
heads
parents
now.
are catching up. Like I
Yeah.
told this to Barbara and Kevin. My mom just made a Be Rio to be able to connect with me on
Yeah.
Be Rio.
Yeah.
And she actually is using all the emojis as well when she texts. It's the cutest thing
Yes,
ever.
like they're
Wow.
getting self-aware.
But you remember, like,
impressive.
actually, did you ever use Facebook? Was still a thing? Like,
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Because
Facebook was my shit.
no, I don't know.
I just think you get paid.
Actually, because before Facebook, I don't know if it was like worldwide.
MySpace?
MySpace, but I
never
used
used it.
i5.
I found no.
I use NK.
And this
Oh,
was
no,
like a drama because in i5 you could have like the profiles of your 5 best friends. So in school this
Oh.
was drama.
So you had to choose your.
You have to
best
choose,
friend.
yeah.
And also MSN. Did you talk in MSN?
Yes.
But like the MSN with, I need to put images to exemplify.
'Cause I started
MSN,
off
I
With the
remember
sound.
that.
doo-doo-doo.
For me, the first one ever was Skype.
Oh, Skype. Yeah.
Oh.
So now we had also like Gadu Gadu in Poland.
I think I've heard of that
Yeah,
one.
so this is, oh my god, it was kind of cute, but also like kind of creepy because everyone could somehow connect there with you. I don't know how it happened, so some weird dudes were texting. But in general, like you had this sun and emoji, and you click on it, and then you have a chat. That was so cute.
Oh.
So that was that. But I didn't have friends there because when I started using it because of my older aunt, then my friends didn't, and then we have like NK. It was like translating our class, So they're it kind of like Facebook, but for more kids, more games, stuff like that. Yeah, and then there was Facebook. And some were Skype, but it wasn't that popular in Poland.
Because I asked about the Facebook because our parents started to use Facebook. This is what the perception that I have. After,
they took
right?
over Facebook.
Yeah,
and then they took over. Now we don't use it anymore, and it's their
Their
thing.
now.
Yeah.
And now they're slowly but surely catching up and creeping up on Instagram.
Yeah, slowly, yeah.
Slowly
But it's
getting
still
there.
not that much. Like, let's say my mom has TikTok, my mom has Instagram and stuff, but like she's not active, you know. Like on Instagram she has something, but like Facebook is like the main platform that they just feel comfortable. They like more like
It's like their blog.
Yeah, it's like where their fellow people are as well.
It's like, hi, I was with my dog outside.
It's like
it's like, okay.
Everybody you know.
Yeah.
My dad is Facebook obsessed, and he's the only person in our family that's actually active on social media. So he's just the family updater. If people
If anything happens,
just go to his Facebook page.
Yeah. And I don't know if you agree, but I think that one of the difference on social media, Gen Z as millennials, is that millennials everything needs to look pretty,
perfect,
aesthetic,
filter.
So like the millennial pause.
Yeah, the straightforward and the side and the
Yes,
honestly.
and for the pictures. So the short is at the front, okay? So the tall is at the back.
Everything has to be
on the side.
It has to look the same.
And then you need to pose
aesthetic.
like you know like.
Yeah.
And for Gen
This is
Zers
just
who are
like-
like it's
like if you take
chaotic.
picture done, post. Like
Yeah,
I
it's like-
could never.
Yeah. I remember the times, like, now it's still kind of popular, but like when like blurred picture were the thing.
Yeah.
So that's very Gen Z thing. So sometimes you just love the aesthetic so much that you ask like, no, you have to move it more to have it more
yeah, you have to
blurred.
more blurry. The thing
My
is,
mom is like, what are you talking about?
yeah.
Why do I have to move the whole? Why take it?
I feel like Gen Z just wants to be cared. It's like they just don't want things to be perfect.
Like
they want things to
cows.
be imperfect.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was still like I'm still on social media, I just don't post. But when it was when I used to religiously post, it would take me literally days to decide. Okay, this is
This
going
is the time
then.
I'm gonna do.
This is the time I'm gonna post it because that's the most amount of people that are online, and it's
Yeah,
gonna look
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
this. There's the white borders or no white borders. It's crazy.
I used to be like on Snapchat as well. I used to be like, if I send this snap, how many people are gonna watch it? What time is everybody free from school? How many people are gonna compliment?
Analyzing this shit before we even
Yes.
needed
Hey,
to.
we were data analysts before we even started a study.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
even
Impressive.
when I wanted to like at Instagram, I had this type of pictures I upload, and then I wanted to change the whole aesthetic. I
Yes.
put 3 white pictures.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that
Oh, yeah,
there's
yeah,
a
yeah,
border
previous.
difference.
Yeah.
Yes,
my
that's a
God.
good one.
But also it was like more popular to like plan the Instagram. I remember also I followed this one Polish influencer. She's not that way older than me now, like 24 maybe as well. But yeah, she also was posting on Snapchat how she plans her Instagram. So like, you know, backstage a little bit. And she always has this app that looks kind of like Instagram that you can like put the pictures,
Oh,
plan
you can
them.
practice, yeah.
And you can see how it looks. And then I also was trying to just, you know, have it nicely, aesthetically, colors, everything.
Yeah.
And then let's say I had amazing picture for me. Okay?
Yeah.
And I didn't post it for like that much because I needed something different.
Didn't match.
Yeah.
Different color here because this one will not match. Like
Yeah.
pink and pink, no. And now
Yeah.
nobody gives a
single
blue
fuck.
fuck about
Damn,
that.
yeah, nobody cares.
But now that you spoke about Snapchat, I used it when it came to like for the filters, you know.
Yeah.
I never spoke with Snapchat. No.
It was like the
I
dating
still
app
use
for a
it.
while.
Yeah,
really?
or it was the way to lay context or be friends with random strangers or people near you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
still
only
use
used for the mustache of the cats and that's it.
I love the filters. And it was a craze to actually download the picture, make it all good for Instagram,
Yes,
and then
post
upload
it.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, the dog filter and the crown filter. You remember
I
that
had
one?
The crying one with the big ass
Oh,
eyes.
my
That was
God.
I like the one that makes like your mouth like super big, like like
Yep.
the.
I actually tried the filters on my cats and it's hilarious. Try it on
I tried.
Oh my
It's
God.
hilarious.
But no, those are definitely that was the main reason why lots of us downloaded that. But later on, I still like, let's say, use it not with lots of people, but like with my closest besties. Like
Yeah.
it's way easier for me to communicate with them like this because I don't really like calling that much. So at least I send the video, not read only the voice memo, so they can see how I look and I see how they look, what they do. It's easier to describe also, like they just cook and tell me the story because sometimes we cannot call. So I feel like for this, it's still very useful. But let's say doing the snap streaks, the days. Oh my God, it
Oh.
was so popular.
The snap streak. So like
streaks.
if you on Snapchat, if you for 3 days in a row send a snap video or picture, it shows right behind the name of the person 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Sometimes it can last for 500
If
days.
you miss a day, it breaks.
It breaks, and they have to start
And
all over again.
I need to tell you guys something because I'm very proud. So I don't do those days, but only with my best friend. And we have 1,193 days.
Jesus, how long has that been going on? Like years.
This is already
Damn.
years, like 3.
How did you not break it?
Yeah.
It's like, not once when my phone died, I was, giving the password to her, like, go there, send your picture.
Hey, same. I
I'm not
wouldn't risk it.
understanding
I remember the longest one I had was like 680 something days.
And I lost it as well, like, when I was like,
And I was like, I'm going to end it all.
yeah, that was sadness.
I'm done. There goes my popularity.
It kind of reminds me of when you were able to poke people on Facebook.
To what?
Poke. Like there was a button, you say poke, and you poke them. That means you want to talk, but you're not texting them. Like you
I
just
don't
poke
remember
them.
that.
And we used to do it like every fucking day. Like at least 5 times I would poke everybody. Like poke.
Yeah.
Like it's just a
Wow.
button for
I
poking
never
people.
saw that option.
I remember I started Facebook because of Farmville.
Yes. Bro, my mom was obsessed with that. And I used to play that being like, this is the best thing in the world. And I remember they used to have those celebrity offers. Like you had to have this amount of coins to get like a Lady Gaga concert stage on your Farmville. Dude, I was playing with my mom on there for 3 hours being like, we're going to get that. We're going to get it.
We're getting that Lady Gaga concert.
We're getting that concert.
So no, I wanted this jumpy guy, like choop choop choop, the tower.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was the game that I
Okay.
wanted to play on Facebook first. I was like, Mom, can I get a Facebook? She was like, No. I'm like,
Do you guys still remember Flappy Bird?
Yes.
It was there for a couple of days and then just gone.
No, then they deleted it, and I actually had it for years after
Yeah.
that because I had downloaded it before. Then I lost the phone, or
Oh,
I
sad.
it broke.
But I think it still exists.
No,
Yeah.
No. He deleted it shortly
because
after.
people literally wanted to kill themselves playing that game.
Because it was very like addictive, right?
Yeah, and because it was frustrating that there is no like max point you have.
Yeah.
So they thought, I'm just playing this
He
meaningless
just
game.
didn't realize what he was signing up for. Like he actually blew up, and people like I don't know if I'm just remembering things wrong, but literally people wanted to kill themselves if they
Yeah.
lost the game that
Oh, God.
was so high.
Long, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you spend hours, because I assume some of them could, like for me, the longest was few minutes and I was always dying.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can
Yeah.
imagine, like, whole day, 24 hours of jumping and then
You just
kaput.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember just being in bed and my sister just coming in and being like, yo, Flappy Bird is gone. I'm like, what? It's gone.
Traumatizing.
It's drama.
Traumatizing.
It's like before people would go into like there's war out there, and now we're like,
Like,
Flappy Bird's
Bird is
gone.
Oh God.
Like instead of saying hide in the shelter, the bomb is coming, we now have Flappy Bird is gone.
Yeah.
Wow.
In different times.
The Netherlands, we are privileged.
And I'm just curious, what was your first phone? Like
iPhone. Oh, sorry.
Ooh.
No, I'm sorry. The first phone, okay, I don't. There was like this black, like the
Yeah.
flip phone.
Oh yeah.
The second one was dope because it was like also flip phone, but silver pink with the cat.
Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty. Yeah. So oh my god, like my father had some money when I was a kid, so then I had nice stuff. Later on,
Yeah.
no. But yeah, that phone was dope. And then I had, oh my god, like, do you guys remember? Maybe you guys remember as well if you watched Hannah Montana. She had like,
The thing that goes up.
Oh.
I had that one too, but that was not
The
first
phone.
one.
yeah, like,
Yeah, I also had one like that, yeah.
oh my god, I was the happiest kid. I was like, I look like Hannah Montana.
I'm so cool. Actually, same. But my first one was a Motorola, like one of them little
No.
things, and it was black and gray, like not even black and white, and it had the buttons. It was just made for calling when I go to
Yeah.
school and back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Love
And
it.
yours?
I think.
Mine was a Samsung S2. Oh.
I remember.
That poor thing was ghetto.
Yeah.
It was.
So
It was.
mine was like the Nokia 3210, I think, where you play like the snake, very, very, very.
Ah.
Did you remember?
And I remember my first smartphone. I think was in the end of the high school.
I got
Oh,
it.
so no.
I actually got it for the
No, maybe
first time
like-
of high school, for the first year.
Yeah, it was
And-
somewhere in high school.
So
Well,
no.
what's a smartphone? What do we count as?
Like
I read
Maybe
it with the
touch
touch screen.
Yeah.
But no, because you had like some with a touch screen
Oh,
that was
BlackBerry.
like,
And then the they had the fun.
they
like,
were not
fucked
really
up touch screen.
smartphones. Oh, they are
No.
smartphones. I don't
Like
think
they had
they're
the Wi-Fi, like the internet app, but if you go on it, the whole phone crashes.
It's like yeah.
But like, if it comes to technically the first smartphone, so yeah, then I had the first iPhone. So it was
Ooh.
like I was what 11 when I got this phone, but you couldn't make videos on it. You could only take pictures. The first iPhone was shitty, and like my friend had like Samsung A3
Three,
or
yeah.
something
Yeah.
the same time, and she could make videos, and I was so mad.
But then you were.
I don't like those iPhones. I hated them for years. For years.
But then you were 11 when you had like
the first touch screen
Oh, wow.
phone.
I was 12.
I was 14 and it was the iPhone 4.
There was
And I only got it since we moved.
16, 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we see 5-year-olds with phones.
That's great. If I see that shit, I judge
just
the parents.
snatch it.
Like I don't like to judge, but I judge those parents. I'm like
Yeah.
Gen
Because
Alpha are the ones that
Gen
are
Alpha,
born
yeah.
with the iPad.
the iPad kids.
Yeah. But also the genetics of those kids most likely will change because like since you are with the devices, since you are born literally, it definitely influences you. Like even we have already like
Oh, yeah.
longer time.
Yeah, I also saw that. Yeah.
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 Oh yeah. You saw
Yeah,
that.
no, that's like our end can change like the shape.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course, because
Yeah,
if
like
you
your thumb.
constantly
Yeah.
You get this. Is it thumb or like pinky?
Here
you
you
get
have
that
this
indent.
little
Yeah, yeah. But
holding
they
the
actually
phone.
researched it, and it's human. Like they just made it up to make us feel like phones have that
I
influence.
swear, mine is actually shaped like a phone, and like I can feel where
I
the
feel
phone
like it
was.
also might a little bit influence, but if it comes to the fact that the thumbs are getting longer, it's true.
Yeah.
Because when you have your phone, of course, and you reach at the
Yeah, you
top,
have to like.
yeah, like our parents don't do it. They do it like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're so
And you know
like
what's
business
oh my
casual
God,
with it.
guys, when I was thinking about this episode and I was traveling, and then I was, checking something and I did like this, and I was like, oh my God, my mother,
Oh,
I look like Yolka.
it's time. It's time for you to
I'm
give up
telling
the
you
Gen Z
guys.
tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's actually quite comfortable. And at the beginning, I was judging her, and now I'm just like,
Yeah,
you
I
know?
mean, you can see I have a grandma case, and
Yes,
Oh
you
my
have.
the decision I've ever made. Like, look at this. You can open it and it doesn't break, and you have your cards. Like, what else do you need?
Free promo, guy.
And
Get
I
your.
do get called grandma a lot. Like, you even called me a grandma or
No.
something. I remember
No,
you
I
said
would
something
never.
On my phone, I was like, fucking hold
I've
on.
called your mother, and you hated it.
Yeah, don't call me that.
not the M word.
Not the M word. The GM word, yes.
No.
What?
Like the M like mother and,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then
M like
GM
grandma.
Instagram.
Ah, okay.
General manager.
GM, general.
The general manager.
Exactly.
Uh,
Yeah, so you definitely have to also let us know in the comments
Yep.
what things are you used to? What were your first phones? Like, how did you experience your childhood? Because those are
Tell us your traumas, the
Maybe
good
not-
and the bad.
Maybe not your traumas.
No,
no.
don't
But
do
you
that.
can also share. We can.
Yeah,
We're not-
it's
we can-
anonymous.
we
We're
can
not
make
gonna
a
judge
consult,
you.
yeah.
We can connect because everyone has some
Wait.
kind of trauma.
But I remember something. I used to go to school when I was like a kid
Wow.
with the portable CD thing.
Yes,
The
I
CD
used to
and
do
the
that.
headphones.
I had that too. And also,
His face
Actually,
is
no, because I was so happy when my dad gave me an iPod for the first time, and I was like, yeah, I got an iPod, and I went to school so proud, like at age
get it
7 or
as
8, being like, I have an iPod, I can listen to music.
I always wanted an iPod, and to this day, I never got it.
Oh,
It was always those rip-off like MP4 players or free players. It's always like the rip-off, not the actual.
yep.
Yeah.
But the porting didn't last. It was like 3 months, and then the joy was over because that thing broke. And my dad was like, yeah, I'm not buying you a new one.
no.
But now you make me think like there used to be these MP4 players where you actually
Yeah.
get the music video as well. That shit was
That was
fire.
dope.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was
Sorry.
dope.
That was lit. I'm so sorry.
It was fire.
It was. Oh, actually, we still say it was fire.
Yeah, is that a Gen Z
Maybe
thing or
in a more sarcastic way.
fire?
That's fire.
When
I
I,
think
say
it
that
was
to
fire.
my
Your
Outfit's
partner,
fire.
he
It
just,
sounds very sarcastic.
And
yeah.
savage?
Savage, yeah.
Like,
Is
it's
is
very-
Gen Z or
Well,
millennial?
It's Gen Z,
Definitely.
but it's just getting so annoying. I don't know. I just hate. Yeah, savage. I don't know why.
Savage.
But
like
it's
millennials started like that's savage, like
Yeah.
savage. Oh,
maybe.
Yeah.
then you guys took it over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
They take everything over.
As we should. Reverse colonize it.
wasn't Gen Z.
Reverse colonization.
Reverse
that's
colonization.
the same thing as colonization.
I know, but this time we reversed the roles.
Same thing.
Whatever, we move. We move.
Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you guys. I really hope you enjoyed the episode and our guest today.
Yes. Thank you, Nia. Thank you, Kevin. And see you next time. Yep. Bye.